at 10. Arriving back home at 1 a.m. Oh, Nikki, I bet it did. Uh, Travel like that, I used to travel for work all the time, like all over the place, all over the world. And it would just get, really just, and it's why I'm a homebody now. I'm a homebody. I want to stay home and just have good times here. Oh, this path looks vaguely familiar. I feel like I've stomped this place out with Zatu in the past. But because we fought a lot of monsters around here, we were barely able to get Crow in this place. But somehow, by the time we got here, the hive had already, built a condo complex. It makes no sense. Ooh, I don't think I can make that one. And I dropped like a rock, even though I touched down right there. I touched down.
Yeah, don't worry. I just take your time.
All right, I'm back. I feel like I was cheated there. Okay, that did it, Guardians. That did it. I feel like an eager edger. Oh, yeah, because that should have been a really short flight for you, Nikki, right? Zatu, I swear we've been here. I swear we've been
Oh
here.
yes.
Die already. Die already. That's unnatural to take that many hits with the sword and live. Enemies. Had I tried to climb that tree branch, it would not have been a successful venture. No, she jumped and I followed her. Ugh, Lemming's disease. Lemming's disease. One way or another. Okay, I see the path. I see the path. See the path, be the path. A trail of orbs have been left.
Get a ghost. There you go.
Why will that not let me revive?
That's fine. I'll rest. It's all good.
Look at this one. You dirty, rotten, nasty, lucent hive. How dare you, sir?
Okay, there you go.
They just keep coming. It's like a Stephen King novel. They never die. They never die. Oh man, it put me all the way back over here.
No, you're just below me.
Return to the Arbor of Light. Return to the Lost City's Arbor of Light. That's good news, Guardians. I feel like that's good news. Arbor of Light. That is where the ghost is at.
If you guys want to join my Discord, exclamation mark Discord in chat. I'm gonna do it really quickly here in a little bit.
Lemmings, Daisy, that brings back memories. Memories of the way we were. All right, talk to the ghost. Speak to the hand. What do you want, ghost? What do you want? I don't think there's any.
That's not where you need to interact.
Oh, I got to go down here and speak to the European. That story was so tragic, Guardians. It was tragic. I'm glad she lived.
I'm curious to see how many paracausal whatever things you have.
The Arbor of Light extends its gratitude to you. Thank you, Micah. That's all I got. That's it.
No, so go back and interact with the thing on the ground. There you go. And now interact with it again, and then go back to Micah and pick up another version of the Alone in the Dark quest.
I'm coming to see you, girl. A gift for your efforts. I'm thinking maybe bold endings.
Before you grab any, look at your pattern progress of your weapons.
Oh, okay. I thought I finished those, but maybe I didn't. Let's take a look.
Yeah, just have a look before.
Let's see now. Where are those patterns? It's over here under collections, patterns and catalyst. All my auto rifles are. I don't have Reckless Oracle. That's a raid. Bows, non-denouncement, hand cannons, ancient gospel. I need
raid.
Pulse rifle. Do I have everything here? I need nullify and sacred providence. Those are raid. Scout rifles. I need vision of confluence. Sidearms. Everything is done. So what was the sidearm I was looking at? The call?
You were looking at the stasis heavy burst hand cannon, which you don't need. The Axial Lacuna fusion rifle, which is in the special selection. So you got to switch to special ammo.
Let's see. I have Axial Lacuna.
Yeah, and then the sword from the Pale Heart, which is I can't remember the name of it right now.
And I think I have all my swords except Summum Bonum. No, wait a minute. I don't have Gold Tusk and Death's Razor.
Those are a hunter and warlock sword from engrams that were dropping during season of the Defiance, I think. It
But
was
what is
from
Xur selling right now?
I couldn't tell you.
I'll have to go look at these Guardians. Maybe I need to buy a few. Maybe I
They
need to buy a few.
Did they unlock those swords, guys? Does Gold Tusk and Death's Razor work on
Yeah, it'll
on other
work.
classes now?
Yeah, you can use them in any classes, as like the older ones as well,
Yeah.
and the glaives.
Oh, and it's got another one? I have another one of these.
Yeah, just
So
pick that up as
Ransom, you have
well.
to do that quest, the Alone in the Dark quest, 11 times to finish the Paracausal Geometry's Triumph.
Okay, so go
That
into
sounds
your
like
map
a
now.
job. All right, let's take a look at that, Guardians. We just heard from Holding a Grenade that this must be completed 11 times. Find
take
the
a look.
lost ghost within the search area. The location of this quest has been highlighted on your map. Let's take
Ignore that for now, though, Ransom. We're gonna get
do
the
the Paracausal Geometry first.
yeah.
What do I need to do?
Right there, Paranormal Activity.
Track that. This the white circle on your map. Track one of them that says geometries on it. Ignore the one in the dark one. Yeah, that one. You track
This
that.
one, paranormal activity.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's go over to the blooming. Look at this, Guardians. I've drank all my breakfast blend tea. I'm dry. Now, luckily, I happen to have on hand Titan water.
Datu, do you know how many of these Paracausal Geometries he's completed?
This will be his 9th one, I think.
His 9th?
Yeah.
Nice. Then you're 9 out of 11 done.
So I did a lot of them back in the day with him when we were going for Kavostov.
Nice.
I kind of am getting the feeling, Guardians, that this could have been. Oh, I should have had that. I should have had that. I am getting the feeling that not a lot of people completed all of these. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But there's a sameness about this stuff, and repetition with the same result is the very definition of insanity. Oh, what? They're not going to let me through? And these are feeling very samey.
Oh, that's good.
He's not your grade school confident. Samey. Say you, say me. Wow, I love Peace Bond. Is Peace Bond really, is it the ultimate sidearm? I think you could build a case and it might win in court. We're gonna need some Destiny experience.
I have to disagree with that one.
I think the best one in the game right now is the Heel Clip Frenzy Heliocentric. But for that slot,
Well, the stasis rocket sidearms in that slot, and it's still
Well,
getting
sure,
that sidearm.
But now Peace
I
Bond
think
never
we're
runs out of
talking
ammo. The rocket assisted sidearms.
Those are
you better
in a
hope
class
you
of
find a
their own.
brick. Okay, it's right. I've got a diamond here.
So there should be thing that you're supposed to commune with here.
Why
See if
does
there's
my
anything.
ghost never look at anything? Okay.
Here it is here. I actually don't have Transcendence here to get rid of those guys. So I'm gonna go back and grab
I'm gonna
it.
have to stand. Oh, sir, that was vile and despicable of you. Luckily, I am a Titan with powers. Ooh, flip it! I saved myself from the abyss. The maws of death had opened and I lived. And I think we have to kill that guy to get this to open. If not, I feel like just leaving him there.
Why Transcendence run out that quick?
Hello, gentlemen.
Yeah, what's up?
Recovering.
Vicky, how you feeling, buddy? How you feeling?
I'm still kind of crappy, but that's what happens when you fly in late after 3 cancellations.
Alright, Ransom, what you're gonna do is you're gonna come down here and commune with this thing down here.
Alright, in the pink, I hit with my stasis, right?
Don't shoot yet. Let me. So you communed with that thing.
Nikki, I know that what you're coming in to talk about, it must be sidearms. It must be sidearms.
Oh, I mean, I only caught like a tail end of it. What was
Well, I was talking about you could build a case that Peace Bond is the best sidearm in the game right now because infinite ammo and the rounds per minute and the impact.
You
Look
have
at
to filter
stability,
it down
range,
to
impact, handling, reload. Everything
you have-
about this weapon sings a song of victory upon the battlefield. Peace
there's
Bond.
2 different categories.
I think you have to filter it down to like being the best primary ammo stasis sidearm in the game, but you can't be any more specific than that. And so
Yeah, it's like isn't Liminal Vigil just better?
Yeah,
no,
because of the heavy
I
burn.
disagree. with
Well,
that.
there's Liminal Vigil Adept against just a normal old Peace Bond I found on the ground.
Well, I mean, let me
Well,
see
I
what
made
this.
that Peace Bond. But
So,
anyway,
so Liminal Vigil can get Headstone and Rhyme Stealer, or Headstone Desperate Measures, or Attrition Orbs Desperate Measures. So there are some good PV.
I have
You
Headstones,
will.
Desperate Measures, Attrition Orbs, and
There you
Desperate
go.
Measures, but I have
Oh,
a bunch of
you
these
got-
in the vault.
I mean, honestly, that's the only one I would want is Attrition Orbs, Desperate Measures.
Yeah. But I have an old Peace Bond with Subsistence Demolitionist that I will never delete because they took Demolitionist away from the Peace Bond when they reissued it. And then I have a Headstone Frenzy roll, a PvP roll Peace Bond with Rangefinder Frenzy.
So do I hear agreement with me that Peace Bond is absolutely primo in the
No.
kinetic weapon slot?
No.
Yes, I do.
No, because Breachlight is better. Demolitionist Hatchling is better for me. Or even Demo Vorpal Breachlight. It is the best stasis primary kinetic side or
What about
primary.
Buzzard? Is anybody
I-
arguing for Buzzard Adept? with
Buzzard's the
overflow
best kinetic one. Buzzard's the best kinetic one.
Really?
I personally
PV.
think Criminal is better for stasis anyway. That is just a heavy burst over adaptive. So there's that.
You think Liminal Vigil? You said, or
Yeah, 100%. Criminal is better.
yeah, it might be. I'm only partial to Peace Bond because of my old Demolitionist role, and I'm a big Demolitionist fan. So I have no problem with someone saying that Liminal Vigil is better than the new Peace Bond.
Well,
It's
you know
just
what
all-
we're going to be getting? We're going to be getting target practice areas where we can practice on the enemies, and we're going to find out soon enough, Guardians.
It's already been tested though. The 2 bursts that do higher damage than
But as the
weapon bursts.
seasons
yeah.
progress, things change. A test that happened 6 months ago would not be relevant today.
But we keep track of when things change if we're addicted to the game.
I've heard no winning arguments against my Peace Bond, Guardians. No.
Listen, if you at the end of the day, if you like it, you like it. But if you're like going into that with like this is a premier, top tier, #1 option, it's not.
So now,
Primaries
Nikki,
are-
what is your option? What are you taking, Nikki? Just, all
If-
these
if-
arguments aside, what are you taking?
Like for what kind of activity?
Just, general everyday gameplay inside of Destiny, and you've got to have a sidearm. Which sidearm are you taking?
Innocuous.
I knew he was going to say
It's
that.
not even close. Like it's.
Yeah.
I know,
To me,
but,
it's not even an argument.
there is that ammo economy. It can run out of ammo.
Special
Yeah,
finisher.
but you can't even put them in the same category.
Oh, you can't. But I'm also not taking a sidearm into any content normally. Unless it's
I mean,
like
I
based
love
around the
Tanasha,
build.
but there's definitely been times where I was on the search for ammo.
If you're
I don't
talking
like-
unlimited ammo sidearms and you're not excluding exotics, Rat King is king.
I don't even know the last time I actually used a primary ammo like sidearm. I think the only one I
Right.
would use is Breachlight. There's
They
Breachlight is
are the-
probably. Yeah.
They're the
Sidearms are
highest.
the highest.
I know they're like the highest DPS based on
Yeah.
like
Breachlight. Let me look Breachlight up.
it's.
Ow.
You've definitely had it before. Like it's,
Also, if you haven't tried the Heal Clip Frenzy Heliocentric QSC in the energy slot, it is so
yeah,
good.
heliocentric is. I would say it's up there. It's a good weapon. Like it's good in both PvP and PvE. Heal clip, kill clip, heal clip, frenzy. I know it runs a demo too.
Oh, I do have Breachlight. That's really good? Is that
It's good for
Breachlight
what
is?
it does. Like it's, it's a niche strand weapon.
It's the same
I've-
archetype as the Liminal Vigil. It's a 2 burst, and it depends on your perk combination. That's an acceptable roll. Like you're gonna be close range to enemies anyways, so you're gonna be surrounded most of the time, so you're gonna benefit from threat detector, and Vorpal's just a flat 20% buff to anything that is yellow bar. Or
I mean,
higher.
isn't Breachlight really a Warlock's weapon?
No,
Not necessarily.
it's a weapon for anyone that wants to have strand synergy in that slot.
I know, but aren't the Warlocks really the best with Strand right now?
I would disagree. Actually.
Banner of War and flipping Hunters are like what Strand was built for because they get the double grapples.
I think Hunters is by far the best strand class at the moment
Yeah.
because you've got those tangles that bloody spin around like a blade. So there's that.
Yep.
And you get a
You've got the
mail on
distracting
demand.
the distracting decoys or whatever that like all the ads now heavily target, which makes your survivability really nice.
Good on lucky
And you can
pants.
spawn them unlimited.
I don't know. I think for me, Breachlight is just, in my opinion, just the best like primary sidearm they've ever added into the game, and I've had this mentality since when it first came out in the Season of Dawn.
That's an old weapon. It's an old weapon, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but
it's
it was
very-
refreshed and changed to Strand. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I have
The reperked ones.
like if
I
I
think
if I look
deleted
at
mine. I might have to try to get it again. Who's got it? Who's got
Go,
it?
You
go to
can-
the
you
helm.
go to the
Fail
helm and
safe.
then there's you
Oh
should
my
have a bunch
gosh,
of
the
them.
helm. I try to avoid that place.
Why?
I just the helm. I just got burnt out on it, Holden. I got burnt out on the helm. I don't even like to go there, but I would
Okay,
go
well,
to pick up a good breach light.
I have 5 roll
What's up, Peter? How you doing? Doing well. Good to see you.
and another demo Vorpal, so I probably need to delete that second one. Let me compare them.
I've got my Slice and Hatchling. It's too good.
Yeah, Slice Hatchling's great. I love Demolitionist. I love Pugilist. Anytime I'm doing like a melee focused or grenade focused build, I want to have a weapon that has like Pugilist or Demo in the third column, so I can pair it with.
And
a
again,
damage.
it's also part of it is like people are going to use the blade differently. I think it's a very good sidearm, but
Yeah, it depends. Like anything in Destiny, it depends on how you're using
Yeah.
it. Like, there's a lot of stuff that is really good on paper, but if it's not part of your play style, it's not going to benefit you.
yeah, I'm just double special pilled forever.
So, makes sense.
That's fair.
It's easy just to build. It's easy to make orbs. It's easy to rock special finishers. Like
It is.
I very seldomly I've ever like looked for ammo or needed ammo desperately for something.
But like I mean if I'm playing like a GM, I'm double primarying at heavy every time because I would rather be able to save the run if both the other people go down and like have unlimited ammo to do so than be fast. Versus,
Yeah, I mean,
That's
like,
good. Why need
I played a bit,
things?
just go as fast as possible.
yeah,
But again, it's it's everybody's gonna play.
yeah, it's different play styles.
I've been used to double primary like for years. I know I'm never going back to that place I'll ever get.
That's when
me.
when I started. Like, I mean, it was a lot of Wish Ender. It was a lot of. I think I look back at my very first GM clear. It was Wish Ender, Funnel Web, and Royal Entry.
Ransoms. So come
Yes.
follow me. So there's for these you need to stand still. You can't move when you're doing these. Okay. So you want to stand around here, and you want to shoot the darkness one first, with your stasis sidearm. Then you want to turn left and shoot the other one with your light weapon. Remember, you need to stand still.
Oh,
You
and I
can't move.
did have to stand exactly where you were at.
Yeah.
All right, that got it. Yay!
Yeah.
But I do really, Guardians. I'm a fan of Peace Bond. I just love never having to be concerned about ammo. It's one of the reasons that I like Vex Mythoclass is not never having to be concerned about ammo. Now, do I love Tanasha's Mastery? Absolutely. And do I have a deep respect for Lotus Eater? Yes, I do. They're absolutely excellent, and you see I have Lotus Eater here. I have Tanasha's, and I've got 4,870 kills on it. So of course I love it. It's so good, so good. It just pops like, it's basically a sidearm, but it's a shotgun down below. If we peeled back the outer layer, you would find that Tanasha's, it's a shotgun. That's what it is. And basically, Lotus Eater is a shotgun. They just handle well. They've got fantastic range. They do a ton of damage. If you don't have them, Guardians, go out and get yourself a Tanasha's Mastery and a Lotus Eater because they are phenomenal. I love them. But I use, you can see that I haven't used Peace Bond as much, but this is not my original Peace Bond. I had ended up deleting it, and I had to go out and earn this again from Iron Banner. And then Tanasha's, where does Tanasha's even come from? I don't remember.
Iron Banner.
Oh, is it Iron Banner too?
Yep.
Yep.
Good old Iron Banner has blessed us with 2 phenomenal weapons.
The banana.
Lord Saladin, I might have to rethink, what I've been saying about you and your oil slick that you bring to the tower. Because both of these weapons are great. And Lotus Eater was Vanguard, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a Nightfall weapon.
Nikki, do we know the new Nightfall weapon that's coming on Tuesday? Am I going to get a chance to get Rake Angle again next week, or is it going to be something else?
I'm not sure yet. I'd have to double check. I mean, it's on Sebro's website, like the schedule.
Find the lost ghost within the search area. Oh, no. We got to find the ghost.
I'm hoping it's the sword because we'll be farming it like all week till I get the adept version of what I've got currently.
All right, I'm going back to the blooming, and I've got highlighted Alone in the Dark. Guardians, all the weapons that have just dropped indiscriminately for me inside of Grandmasters. A few weeks ago, if you were hanging out with me, I ran dozens of Grandmasters, if not thousands, trying to get the Rake Angle that I needed, and I was denied every single time. I filled up the Postal Service with adept Rake Angles and never got the one that I needed. Definitely the odds were against me. If I would have been in Vegas, I would have left a poor man. I was denied. So I will have to end up really going back and trying to claim victory with the proper rake angle.
Let me see.
I need it. I want it. I've got to have it.
What
Let me see
role
the
do you want
calendar.
for a rake angle?
I don't chill clip and what was
Overflow.
the other one?
Chill clip,
Overflow
overflow,
or
yeah.
something.
Based on what I'm seeing here, so it will be Slammer next week on Inside Tournament S. We'll have Scintillation, More Than Nothing, Rake Angle, Sunless Cell. And then we'll still get. So yeah, you will have one more opportunity for Rake Angle, one more for Lotus Eater as well, Palindrome, and then Slammers next week.
Are you serious? It's going to be insight for bloody Slammer.
I mean, yeah, I think the rotation we're getting right now is going to be Sunless Inside for the rest of the season.
Jesus, man, I'm
Ransom.
just farming this much.
If you get a replenishing Aegis chill clip, try it out.
Replenish the Aegis.
Because when you're walking around with the shield up and you're shooting at stuff, walking with your glaive shield reloads your magazine, so it keeps your chill clip shots loaded, and you basically have unlimited chill clip while you're attacking stuff. While stuff's attacking.
Yeah, keep an eye out as well. Again, Ransom. There'll be a near objective pop on your left of your screen again.
All right. Should I follow this little white ghost at all?
No, ignore it.
All right. So,
His tracked quest is kind of telling him to go backwards right now.
Is it?
I know that it's so crazy. Like, give me proper instructions.
Just keep going forward. It might be over in the rest of the lost sector. You might like take a left after you
Yeah.
go around this corner again.
The diamond definitely pointed us in the lost sector, so it has to be in
Yeah,
here.
just keep going through the lost sector. I think
I do enjoy this lost sector. I think this is a fun game.
Blue Make's definitely the best one.
Okay, it's deeper in according to that diamond.
Be in the boss
It'll be in the
room,
boss room. So you just
Yeah.
gotta clear up the areas. The rest of the best one because you can actually go out of bounds as well and actually finish it.
Look at that, Guardians. It just eats them up. It's a thing of beauty. And the range on it is astounding, really. Those rocket assisted bullets have a range. They just go forever. It reminds me of Xenophage. In fact, it packs a punch similar to Xenophage and how it has that feel like you've just been knocked. It's a lovely thing.
You can win 3 or 4 in a row for the attack.
Ugh. Frozen. Do you want to build a snowman? Stand in that. Stand in that. Where's
Yeah,
Lakshmi?
I think it should be in this room somewhere.
Everybody remember, is it 3 wins in a row or 4 in a row to get the adept from the lighthouse? or a chance of it.
Only 4.
Enjoyable.
Still not playing Trials of the Shotgun though.
I want the shoddy.
All right, so where's the ghost at? I feel like I never see any of this stuff.
Where's your marker telling you to go?
Like, I feel like my ghost should look at my objective, and all it does is stare me in the face. I guess it wants a change out of hairball.
Alright, so same person over here. Let's go over here. Where's that? Oh yeah, I see the ghost. I can grab it for him. I think he'll spawn.
Oh, yes. Open overthrow chest. Okay, that is totally 100% repetition. Now I'm definitely thinking, Guardians, that a lot of people may not have finished this due to its repetitive nature.
Begets blood.
What are you doing? The Alone in the Dark stuff?
Yeah, for his,
Yeah.
one
Oh
of
my
his
God.
trials. Yeah.
Oh, the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of not exactly motivated to do that.
Because it's part of the
is-
title, I think a lot of people actually did do it.
Holden, do we have any numbers on it? Did they?
I'm looking-
know
I'm
anybody
looking
that-
right now.
I think there's a tracker.
You can
I'm
check on
looking for
Braytech.
it.
That's one
I'm
website.
I'm going through the Triumph Analytics right now to try and find where it's at. I'm already on page like 6 and it's not here yet, so well over 42,000 people have done it.
Yeah, there's Braytech, then you can check warmind.io, that's another website you can check as well.
Yeah, I'm on Charlemagne, I'm on Warmind.io.
Yeah.
But 40,000 people, when you talk about, how many people are capable of doing it,
It's
I
Chess.
may be alone
Here.
in my opinion on this, Guardians. I may be alone. People could have been thrilled to do this.
over
Oh, no,
80,000.
I'm with you. Man. So, it's not, I mean, like,
Because Guardians, I have no hesitation to out in front of the world and say that if Zatu wasn't really helping me on this stuff, I don't know that I would come back for this. But when you've got a sweet Guardian on your team like Zatu, it makes it bearable to come in and do it, because that's probably I look back and know that I am the one that put that quest in the vault. I put it away. It was me. I'm the one. So I know that I had to have looked at it and thought, no way am I going to complete all of that stuff when there's a level of saneness that's not conducive to having a lot of fun. But I do know, Guardian, because I've played for 11 years, I do know that I'm battle-oriented. My best times are just in the heat of battle. And the stuff where I have to go out and gather and hunt, they tend to leave me in a state of, well, maybe I should count squirrels in the park. I don't know. Although I know there are people that thoroughly enjoy this. The search, the hunt, the victory of knowing that you claimed them all.
Oh yeah.
I actually quite like their secret related stuff in this game.
Zatu, I know you do, and I'm thankful that you do, and I know that Holden likes this. Am I right, Holden?
More than most
Probably.
people.
I would say I'd probably feel differently had I started the game like when it first came out.
Yeah, I wouldn't
missed
care
it.
so much if I wasn't there from the beginning.
Right. Like that's where I'm like, I don't. There's not a lot of value to me there. Like, but I also understand like the hunter gatherer wanting to do that, which makes sense. Especially
never
if you've
too
been
late.
around for it. Let me hop
Uh,
on to get the iconoclast title real quick.
Often I
Yeah.
use the example, and we know that Kazakhstan was probably had a high take rate.
It was just,
I
it
use
was,
that example a lot because it was just so much.
it was just a very buggy quest when it came out.
Yeah, it was.
Like
That's
for
right.
so
Because in the
long,
beginning, you couldn't get it.
Braytech is saying that 78,805 players have completed paracausal geometries, and Warmind is saying that about 1% of the community has completed it. They don't have numbers when you get that high.
Wow, 1% of the community, which the 78,000, should we kind of think that that's about 1%?
Yeah, I would say the communities like of people that come back to play on a regular basis is probably somewhere in like the 750 to a million range. I have no idea. I have nothing to base that off of. But it does say here that it says 1 million players are currently assessed by Voluspa. I don't know what Voluspa is, but it's whatever he's using to track triumphs.
Well, that's interesting. I feel like, I've got company, but I also, Guardians, love to get triumphs. I love to get titles. And if you love it, you're gonna have to, occasionally face this stuff.
yeah, I'm a big completionist myself, and I'll pretty much get every triumph there is, apart from a few selected
Now,
of them.
Zatu, how many titles do you have?
I've got every title you can obtain in the game currently.
Same.
You've got every title.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, Zatu. You are a king among Guardians.
You got
I'm
to be
here
a
for
very,
that. I am here for that.
very small percentage of total players that actually have that.
I am thinking, Zatu, that you might be the only all-title Guardian I know, unless Holden has every single title.
I have to correct myself. I have every title except for the Sunder Doctrine one. I still need to grind some of that. But I am ranked 144 in the world currently for Triumph score.
Why, Holden, now explain to us exactly what that means.
If you go to warmind.io and you go to the leaderboards and you go to Triumph score and you go to the, is it second page? Fourth page, actually. It says that I'm rank 144. I think they maybe share people that are tied. Let me just see here. Yeah, so there's like, oh, well, I got rate limited on the website. That's great. Now I can't look at the data. Oh, no. So, okay. So there are 3 people that are tied for first right now with 175,669.
That's their triumph
And-
score, right? Their
Yes,
triumph score.
correct. And then the fourth person is listed as number 4, and 3 people are tied for fourth. 3 people, or a bunch of people, are tied for 7th right now. And so it is actually counting up the numbers correctly. Like, after all the people that are tied for 7, the next person is ranked 16. So my 144 is legitimate. I have 175,167. And I'm working on getting back up to the top. Usually at the end of a year of content, I'm in the top 100, because there's only about 60 to 70 people who have maintained max score the whole way, and I have missed out on 15 triumph score total a 5-point and a 10-point PvP triumph. One from wins at Legend rank in competitive, and one of the Trials maps carries triumphs. Those are the only two I've missed ever.
Holden, congratulations. Now I have a question for you. In that top list of people, are there recognized gamers that would be like inside of social media and live
Oh,
streams?
100%. So just looking at number one, so we have Snurv, Chemo, Sneak. Scaro9 is definitely high up. He's got max score. Yeah, he's number 26 right now, but he's capable of max because he does every single triumph. There's iLulu. She's another streamer. Sith is another streamer. Let's see here. I'm sure there's other streamers that are on here that I just don't know.
Right. That's good to know, Holden. And the funny thing is, the only one of those that I, really watch when I get a chance, I watch Scaro, on occasion, and the other ones I don't know. So it means I've got discovery. I've got to get out there and keep swiping till I find some of these people.
Yeah.
I wonder how far down the list I am. I miss a lot, Guardians, for reasons that we've discussed today. If I find something to be repetitive, it's a delete for me. It's a delete.
I think I can find you if I search for your name. It's ransom_rider is your gamer tag, right?
Will that have my history? It won't have my history on Xbox and all that stuff, will it?
It'll include all of your triumph score. So I'm searching Ransom Rider on site warmind.io, and the only one that came up was your total raid completions. Let me see what you are on here. Oh, it found a listing from your Discord that somebody had accessed before. So that's not community-wide. Give me just a second here. Maybe try Google instead of DuckDuckGo.
I would have to go back, because I had some type of made-up name on Xbox, and I'd have to go back and try to find out what it was. All right, Zatu, I am alone in the dark. The cyst has mutated, and you cannot take the damaged ghost through in its current state. Commune with the bird of light to invert the cyst. So I should just approach this bird of light?
Yeah, so you go to the bird and you interact with it, and that will change the cyst. Two cysts each area.
Okay, new step. Follow the vision of light into the depths of the pale heart and fight the infection found there. That wakes you up. Fight.
So I can also, by the way, you can get an adept roll.
Ransom, what's your total triumph score right now?
Total triumph score. Active triumphs claim 0. Active triumph score 22.
Your lifetime is 143,765.
Lifetime is 143,765.
Okay, give me a second here. I'll find that in the category.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it'll go up. I've got a few to click off.
Yeah, sure. Claim whatever ones you have, and then we'll update it.
Hey, there's some drops. I can't get another drop after I have to get 4. That's what
143,775. 143,775.
Okay.
So Zatu, you would be really high up because you have all the titles.
So the thing is, my all-time triumph score isn't actually that high because I actually took a break around, I think it was Forsaken, so I've missed out on like the Shadow title and all that stuff. I didn't manage to get all those titles. But
mine is relative, probably very bad.
But my active triumph score is actually pretty good because I'm only because I didn't get the Vesper triumph for contests. That's the only one I didn't get, but I've gotten every single on a triumph.
All of the contest triumphs are worth 0 score.
That's not true. It's 20 for the Vespers host one, so I can actually view it on the game.
I'll tell you what, the one I'm most proud of is, let's see, heroic. Oh no, I'm not even finished in the EDZ. I need to get another 14 heroic public events.
Unless they removed that, because yeah, there was a triumph.
Did I follow this bird in
Must have
here?
gotten rid of
That's
it.
through here for no reason. Where's
Yeah,
the bird? Where's the bird?
They have mistakenly assigned score to contest triumphs in the past, and then they make them 0 after the fact. But
So
maybe they kept it. I'll have to see. But right now the Salvation's Edge contest triumph is still on my list of things to do, which I obviously can't do. But it has no triumph score.
Oh yeah, for the raid ones, it had 0 for me, but it was the weird thing was it was the dungeon ones that had bounds attack score attached to it, which was
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I just it would surprise me.
I can't find it now because it's not there.
Let me go look at Braytech. I'm gonna look at Scarrow's triumphs on Braytech, and then I'll see if he has that.
Guardians, am I on a wild goose chase here? Possibly. But
Yeah, sorry,
maybe the
I'm old.
goose will be good. Maybe the goose will be good.
Did you manage to do what you were doing then?
Well, I don't know. I thought I was following. Let me go back and look. I was following the bird. Follow the vision of light into the depth of the pale heart. Where's my diamond? Where's my diamond?
Did you manage to invert it though? Did you go to the bird and change it then?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, just I'm gonna go down there right now. So if you can't figure out how to get back up, you can just fast travel back up and just.
Well, I've got a lot of interacts here that I'm going through, but who knows?
That's got nothing to do with what we're doing. That's just.
Okay, so I need to go back.
Yeah, so
I
fast
need to
travel
get out
back.
of here.
Yeah, fast travel back to the blooming because I think you got yourself
Guardians,
lost.
I don't ever even remember seeing this graveyard. So I need to go back to the blooming. All right, I'm back. I'm going back.
So where you got to, Ransom, was because there's these let me see. It's because it's a bugged Triumph in the Pale Heart, and they've not fixed it yet since this came out, and those are tied to that.
Follow the vision of light into the depths. All right, I'm coming to where you're at, Zatu.
Cool.
At least we can still pull, a sparrow here, Guardians, a Zerf board.
All right, I'm gonna hang back. You said you are gonna get back on later.
I am. I'm gonna break for dinner, and then I'm coming back with music. Nikki, you come and hang out. I want to hear all about your trip and the Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, the Bass Pro Shop. Yeah. All right, I'll catch you in a little bit then.
All right.
Later.
All right.
Thank you, Nikki.
See ya.
Later.
So Ransom, you want to see something pretty cool?
Yes. What? Oh, you've got the big one. I completed all that stuff, Zatu, off camera. I haven't even used the sparrow. I haven't pulled it out.
I haven't even used it either, so I'm gonna see what's like an assist.
Destroy everything that moves.
You were right. It was actually worth 40 points for Vesper's host contest. So I'm now 55 away from Triumph Max. That's sad.
Yeah. Like it doesn't show in on the game anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, no, and I can see actually the Sunder Doctrine contest clear is worth 40. So,
Yeah.
damn, I didn't know that.
Wow, 40 points is a big chunk because a lot of this
Yeah,
stuff is like 5 and 10 points.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't-
it's
All
gonna
right, do I
knock me
still
down.
follow the diamonds, Zatu?
Yeah. So if you go through this portal to the left,
Okay, the bird. I went through that portal. And I destroyed everything here.
In chat.
All right, the bird flew out of here.
So fun.
Take me away, Calgon. Okay, but I went the wrong way here, is what I did. Holy cow, not the hive runes. All right, we got the two line. All right. And then, okay, all right. Before I could get my weapon loaded, Zatu was through the door. Zatu, I feel like we faced this thing one time before.
oh yeah, we've done this a lot.
So I'm so low down the totem pole, I probably don't have a ranking. And Guardians, that's my fault because a lot of this, just to reiterate, I haven't done. I would burn out on it and, leave it be. The discipline necessary to get those really high scores, you got to have some discipline. But it is interesting, that we're going to have this, and really, because 70,000 people, 70,000 guardians, it's not a big amount. And he jumped just like that. How many people do we know? How many people play? What is the player base in a week's worth of time? I'd have to wonder. I've not looked at it in a long time.
So there's this website called I think it's Steam Charts or Charts. Or I can't exactly remember the website, but you can actually check the like the player base or how many people are playing a certain game.
Has Destiny come back up, Zatu, or are we still in a crater?
I have not actually checked it in a while. I could probably check it after this to see how it is, but I'd probably think it's not great at the moment because it's just that point of the season.
Return to the Lost City's Arbor of Light.
Yeah.
Lost City, here we come. But it is all interesting, Guardians. A big shout out to all the people who have achieved that level of greatness. I really think, Holden, did you say you do have all the titles?
I currently have 38 active titles and 33 legacy titles. So the only ones that I'm missing are the Eternal one, which you can't get yet, and the Sunder Doctrine one, which I haven't grinded out. And then of all of the legacy titles, I got the first flawless seal when Trials first dropped as this flawless seal, and then they did repeat seals the 2 seasons after, and I didn't grind those out. But everything else I've done. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sad about the 40 points that I missed out on by not trying really hard to get the Vespers host contest clear. That's making me pretty bummed out right now.
Yeah.
And then Zatu, how many titles do you have?
I've got every single active title, but I think I don't have as much as holding me because I took a long
Oh,
break from the
active
game.
titles, I have 22 earned. How many active titles are there?
39 are you at, Zatu?
Let me check. Yeah, 39, which I've got.
39, yeah, so he's got
And
one more than
legacy
I do.
titles, I
Sunder.
have 21.
Yeah.
So I have
got
43 titles total.
I'll go up to 40 active when I get Eternal, but yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get busy. I gotta get busy. But Guardians, you know I always say, I am glad that I get to open this game up and find something every single day that I need to work on. And I'm thankful to be hanging out with people that know their way around the battlefield. Because I just got another drop on that quest. This is another Alone in the Dark. Uh, and I'm going to have to find another one of these. And that would be, I guess, 11.
That'll be your last one.
This is the last one. All right. Well, let's definitely do this. I'm checking the time. It's not quite 4 yet. So, do you have time, Zatu, to do one more?
Yeah, but let's go down and find the geometry first, then we'll do that. So that's
Do
alright
what
with you.
first?
We'll go down and get your park also geometry, which would be on the map.
All right. So this is I need to go up here and do paranormal activity.
Yeah, you just mark that, and we'll head over there.
Okay. So it says I need to go to the blooming to get there.
Blooming or impasse. I would probably say go to the impasse because it'll be a lot easier to get there.
Oh, it will. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to land, and then I'll go to the impasse.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
But it is, gaming Guardians. It is a lot. There's thousands upon thousands of games out there with a lot of different objectives. Oh, look, we're going to be going into where we were all born as Guardians, right here. These rusted out hull of a cars. You would have thought so far in the future they could have made, vehicles that would not rust out. Plastic, polycarbonates, carbon fiber, but yet there we see a bunch of cars rusted into shreds. Sometimes this world that is Destiny 2, you have to think about it and think they're so advanced on so many things, yet the cars, they obviously gave up on them. Oh no, don't tell me this is where we're going to have to pass off the buff or the whatever here.
What do you mean, pass the buff off?
Well, where we fought Vex and kept running up that hill, and then we had to fight a Vex mind, and you have to collect the buff, but we just went through that part, so luckily
yeah, don't worry, we're not doing a mission or anything. We're just doing patrol stuff at the moment.
Running on empty. Ooh, ooh. But these Guardians will actually allow me to have more points, and maybe I'll move up a space or two. It reminds me of a very long time ago. I was watching Fireteam Chat on IGN. This was way before D2 came out, and one of their hosts, one of the panelists actually said, I don't actively go after them. I let them, if they finish, I click them off, but I don't look at the list and say I need to complete this. And I understand what he was saying now, but then I thought, oh, why wouldn't he go after that stuff? But as you play, you do I find for myself, that I try to focus on what I love most about the game.
Right.
All right, here's my commune. Should I commune with this and try to find the?
Yeah, you can do. I'm just looking for the shapes at the moment, so I'm gonna go ahead
All
and
right.
look for them.
Oh, look, the diamond is way up there. Guardians, what's that? What is that? That's one of the old Exodus ships. Now it makes me wonder, like, where are we really? If this would be the Cosmodrome frozen, are we in the shipyard? We're, that is an Exodus ship that has been frozen over. I always wondered about stasis pods and are there people?
Alright.
Are there people still in stasis out there? That's my question about it.
Maybe like Exos in the Deep Stone Crypt or whatever.
I wonder about it, Holden, because I went through the one on Nessus where we go into one of the, we go into failsafe and we run to the command center and we face all those fallen. There's lots of stasis pods in there because we do know that the people were put into stasis for their long-term space travel.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're
Where's
right.
the other one at?
Down to your right.
I did find your triumph score on the leaderboards, so once it updates, you'll be tied for 23,161.
Down to the right, Ransom. Do you see it down
I don't
to
see
your right?
it.
Yeah, it's down there.
Oh, okay, I see it. Oh my gosh, am I hitting it right?
You've ran out the buff because you got a timer, don't you?
No.
So you need to go down and grab it again.
All right. Oh, I have to go down there and get it?
Yeah, you need to commune with the ghost again. Took too long, I'm pretty sure.
All right. Where was that? Where was that?
It'll be down underneath that, it'll be the tunnel down there.
Wow, okay. I needed straying. All right. Let me make it back up. I don't even see a count. Oh, a minute 45. The countdown. It's clicking, Guardians. I'm running. I am running. I am anchored. I have been tethered. The darkness wants me.
You're gonna stand on the edge where I was standing there.
Yes, far out on the edge.
And you'll be able to shoot both of them.
Yay! Paracausal geometries. Now let's see, Guardians. Can I click that off? Yes. Triumphs. I continue to grow ever stronger inside the world of Destiny 2. Claim reward. I'm going to get this ship. I will get this ship, Guardians. All right, now back to what we were working on.
Yeah,
to life.
so when you complete that triumph ransom and you get the ship, I would highly recommend reading the lore tab from the ship because it's a pretty juicy one.
Oh, is it?
Oh yes.
I'll have to read it, Zatu. I'll have to read it. Find the ghost within the search area. Okay, search area. Do I still have a diamond around here?
You'll need to track it, won't you? You'll have to track the quest. But so look on your map and See the
Okay,
white ring on
waypoint
your map?
added. Let me check the map. All right, this is the big green dot alone in the dark. So I feel like, can we know where do I go? It doesn't really say. It didn't highlight a spot to go to. Do we need to go to the impasse?
You can try the impasse.
Let's try the impasse, Guardians. But now, Holden, where was I? Did you say?
23,161.
Oh, that's my rank. So there's 23,000 some plus Guardians above me.
Yes, there's
Oh,
23,000
actually, I feel
some
good
guardians.
about that, Holden, because there's really, I mean, ultimately, aren't there hundreds of thousands of Guardians?
Yeah, being in the top 23,000 is like, let's see here. Let me do the maths. It's probably like top 3%, I think. Let me just see here. So if we say that the community is 1 million guardians that like are playing it on a regular basis, then you would be like top 2.3%.
Wow, Holden did the math.
I mean, I didn't have to do any math for that. I was gonna say 750,000 because I think it's probably um but yeah, you're somewhere in the like top 3, 4 maybe percent of people playing the game for completion of stuff.
Holden, I can live with that. I can live with
Hmm.
that. And once I sit and do some of these things, these solo missions into these dungeons, it'll be even
Hmm.
better.
Hmm. You want to do a dungeon for a triumph right now?
Well, I'm gonna after I get this one done, I'm gonna break for dinner and then come back with music later. But I love to
Gotcha.
do a dungeon. I need one on solar Sundered Doctrine.
Sure.
Zatu and I tried to find a third, but we couldn't find anybody that was playing.
When?
Uh, about an hour ago, hour and a half ago. I think I sent you an invite.
Oh. Uh, I didn't see that,
At least I think I
or I
sent
wasn't
you an
listening.
invite.
All good. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember, I don't recall that being something that was happening, so I'm sorry. I do have plans at 3 o'clock my time in like 2 hours to do a gold ultimatum run with some friends.
But Holden, yes, I need one solar run of Sundered Doctrine,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have to solo it. I'm just gonna have to, bite the bullet and do the lenses.
Yeah, the lenses were taking me like 45 minutes when I was learning it to finish that encounter. And now I've got it down to about like 15 to 18 minutes. It's still a pain in the butt.
Okay, now overthrow the chest near the location where you found the ghost.
Yeah, we'll just fast travel back to the impasse because I got the ghost for you.
Okay. But absolutely, Holden. Yeah, I love stuff like that. And I know you and I, and who was with us, we were working on something recently.
Telling her that.
Smokey last night.
Yes. And that was a good time. We
Hmm.
ran two back to back.
What did you run last night? I wasn't around last night, I don't
Bit of
think.
heresy. We got him clan raid or clan dungeon, and then we got all same class, all strand, and all stasis. He still needs Pit of Heresy all solar, which is free.
Continue. Yeah, Piv Hersey's
They're
yeah, it's
all
an easy
free.
dungeon now.
Yeah.
Pick up relic.
Yeah, there's
But
a
that
chest over here.
actually, I was able to click off quite a bit, Holden, just, doing that one.
Yeah.
Do you know what you do with that relic, Ransom?
Oh, okay. Do I climb the steps and put it in the tower?
Yeah, you dunk it in up there, yeah.
I don't think I've ever done this one before. The reason, Guardians, that I don't really play a lot here is the fact that you're here alone unless you come in with a pre-made fire team. There's no sparrows lying around to let you know that the world is populated. And I like seeing a sparrow. I like knowing that, like, hey, I'm not alone. Just in case things got heated and I was outnumbered, there would be somebody here. I could possibly yell out and assistance, aid would be rendered. Because we Guardians, we got to stick together. There are so few of us that remain. Well done, Zatu. They live just long enough to see the light coming for them.
Did you grab that chest, I take it?
I did.
Go.
I'm double checking. It is empty. Now, Holden, what about tomorrow? Are you around tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm around tomorrow, and Monday's a holiday here.
And Holden, I wanted to follow up with you. We were talking about the movie last night from I guess you did say it was the director from Long Legs that had done another movie.
Yeah, it's his third movie with in like the last 15 months, I think. So July, Longlegs came out last year, and then The Monkey came out in February, and then Keeper comes out in October.
Okay, that's a heavy schedule.
It's
But I
been
was trying to
fun.
remember if did you work on The Keeper?
Yes,
Oh, you
I
did
am.
work on it. Guardians,
I am.
listen to that. We're gonna have to, go out and check the movie out. I think it's gonna be a horror movie. Holden actually worked on it. Holden,
We're still working
will
on
you
it.
be in the credits? Will you be in the credits when they roll?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. My government name will be in the credits, not Holden.
I know, but now I was with you one night, Holden. You may not remember this, but I was with you one night when you were hanging out with some people that you knew, and they actually used your real name. You remember that?
Yeah, it's fine. My real name is Steven.
I mean, you don't have to reveal anything, Holden.
No, it's okay. I'm not ashamed of it or anything. I just go
No,
by
I
Holden
know, but
online.
sometimes you do it for just reasons other than.
Yeah, for privacy reasons and stuff.
I was really surprised that they, gave your real name out.
I think the people that you heard me talking to were like old Destiny friends that I had. Maybe. Or
Well, they were talking about going to some event, maybe, some private invite event for movies.
I can't remember exactly the situation, but I can think of like a few different people who would call me by my real name instead of Holden. So it could have been some friends that I had from Destiny 1 that I ended up meeting in real life one time. It could have been some coworkers that come into my stream from time to time. So
I believe it was, how I envisioned it, it was coworkers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's possible.
But just saying, what I'm trying to say, Holden,
Keep a
is
keen
it's
eye
it's
and your
a
finger
lovely
on the
thing
trigger,
that you're
hero.
there in the credits for as long as we have movies.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I haven't worked on like a ton of big stuff, but Longlegs was definitely the biggest movie that I had ever worked on when it came out, and we were all pleasantly surprised by the reception. Just because, like, when you're working on a movie, you watch it like 100 times, so you have no like frame of reference for how an audience is gonna receive it. You're just like doing the best job that you can.
Right, and you kind of get tunnel vision a little bit, don't you, Holden, on that in that type of
Yeah,
situation?
like like I said, I'm probably the person other than like the director and the editor, which are the people that I work with the closest. I'm like the guy that watches the movie the most, maybe even more than the director, because once it's like locked, that they don't watch as much as I do while I'm doing like visual effects supervision or putting the sound together or whatever it is. So yeah, I watch every movie I work on like probably 70 to 100 times over the like 8 to 9 month period that a project takes. So I have no idea what people are going to react to. Like I always have my favorite moments. Like in Longlegs, there's a scene where um, the no spoilers, but like the investigator and her boss, they have to go somewhere, and there's a guy that works where they go, and he's like just such a good actor. He's got a small part in the movie, and he's so funny, and I always loved his little bit, and I was happy to like hear an audience laugh at his lines because I knew that he was funny. But yeah.
Now, Holden, do you ever get to meet any of these people?
Not as much as I used to. So like when I first got into film, I was on set, so I did data management, and I got to meet some famous people back then. So like I met Ray Liotta before he passed. I worked on a movie with him. Christian Slater, Donald Sutherland. Um, Gosh, it's been so long.
You know, Donald Sutherland, I was a real fan of him. Many people would know him as President Snow from the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
But I really feel like some of his best work was in Body Snatchers.
That's an older one for sure.
It is.
So Donald Sutherland to me is like an absolute nightmare of a villain in this really old movie called 1900 with Robert De Niro.
Oh, I don't think I know it, Holden.
Let me look up who did it here. So 1900 was a movie made in 1976. It's a film by Bernardo Bertolucci, which is he's one of my favorite Italian
And
directors.
Bernardo Bertolucci is well known. Guardians, well known.
He's pretty controversial actually, yeah. So Donald Sutherland, where is he? Is it a different Bertolucci movie I'm thinking of? No, there he is. He's right there in the picture. Yeah, Donald Sutherland in this movie 1900 is one of the coldest, most brutal characters I have ever seen on screen. He's a menace. Like things that I won't even say on your PG stream, he does in that movie. It's crazy.
And what year was that movie from? Do you know?
It was made in 1976, and the running time it's more like a series. It's like a mini series before mini series were popularized, because the running time of this movie is, let me see here. I'm just trying to find it. Release date, details. 5 hours and 17 minutes.
5 hours and 17 minutes.
It's an epic.
You know what? That wouldn't have been played in a lot of theaters because that type of runtime, you want to like switch out your theater setting, and people buy
for
new
sure.
snacks, new beverages, and during that point, it was film Guardians, so your projectionist had to come in. You probably had 2 to 3 breaks at least.
Yeah.
You know,
So
maybe they sold a lot of popcorn, but
it
I would
was
think a lot of people would say, I can't sit down for that length of time because my life takes precedence.
yeah, it was released by Paramount Pictures in 1976, and let me see if it has the how it was received here. It made an estimated $9 million at the box office.
Which was a lot of money back then.
It was
That's
quite a lot of money
equivalent
back
to what,
then.
30 million today?
Let me see here. Chat GPT, 9 million $9 million in 1976, adjusted for inflation. 48 to 50 million.
Wow.
Crazy. That's actually a pretty good box office pull. I don't know what the budget was.
That's actually that's a quality box office pull for a movie that's that length.
That's 5 hours long.
And what
yeah.
genre was it?
It's a period piece. It's so the
costume and
short
drama kind of.
the short line of it is the epic tale of a class struggle in 20th century Italy as seen through the eyes of 2 childhood friends on opposing sides. So it's a turn of the century Italy movie, and it's crazy because like 1976 was like prime Robert De Niro fame. Like, when was Taxi Driver?
With Jodie Foster, that was probably right in there, 73,
So-
74.
So, actor, see all. Let me just see here. So in the 70s, Godfather Part 2 came out in 74. Taxi Driver came out in 76, and so did 1900. So I'm sure that De Niro was part of the reason that it also had Gerard Depardieu in it, who has been coming under controversy recently. He was just convicted of some sexual assault allegations recently, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Gerard Depardieu just lost a sexual assault case recently.
Zatu, this says, follow the vision of light into the depths of the pale heart. Which one of these is it this one?
So you're supposed to invert it, but you brought it back to this one, so you want to change it back.
All right.
But
Through Smothering Darkness.
Yes.
that movie is worth seeing if you have a strong stomach. It's explicit in violence and other ways.
The 5-hour one, you're saying?
Yeah, 1900. And then Bernardo Bertolucci went on to win Best Picture for The Last Emperor, I believe in 1989.
With Tom Cruise.
No,
That was The Last Samurai.
that was The Last Samurai. Yeah, okay, sorry. The Last Emperor was the story of Emperor Puyi, the final emperor of the Qing dynasty in China. And that was in 1987, and it won Best Picture at the Oscars.
I remember that because I wanted to watch that, and I think I have that somewhere. I may have it.
That's another long movie. Bertolucci has done some absolute masterpieces. How long is that?
Banger.
They released a director's cut recently on the Criterion Collection.
What have I got? Weight of Darkness. Why? I'm gonna have to be bumped on with one of these and maybe fly.
Yeah, that's no way to really get up.
Okay, so there's the original release was 163 minutes, and then the uncut version that it was released by the Criterion Collection is 218 minutes, so 3 hours and 38 minutes.
And Guardians, the Criterion collection, those have been restored, Holden, to the highest level. And
Yeah,
they're
so
featured because of content and
Criterion is
to the genre.
Yeah, Criterion is an art house. It's an art house publisher of DVDs. They started out doing laser discs, and laser discs were like, of all of the companies that were releasing movies on laser discs, Criterion was the pioneer of bonus features. So like having audio commentary and behind the scenes like documentaries and interviews with the people. And so the like influence that had on like DVD culture and bonus features, which were a big part of my like getting obsessed with the film industry growing up, was pioneered by the Criterion Collection. And they now have their own streaming service called the Criterion Channel, where you can watch important films going all the way back to like the 1910s. There's like silent movies and stuff on there that were important at the time. So when you consider like cinema as an art form, the mecca of cinema as like a religion is the Criterion Closet, which is this mobile truck that has all of the Criterion Collection in it, and they roll up to film festivals like South by Southwest and stuff like that, and they let people line up and like go into the collection, and they have 3 minutes to pick a maximum of 3 releases, and they get them for free and like a little Criterion Collection tote bag. And it's on my bucket list. I really wanna do that. And they have all of these videos on Instagram and YouTube and stuff of various like cinematographers, directors, actors that are current, that are like making their picks, and while they pick their movies, they talk about what they connected with in that film, or like how it had like what it reminds them of, whether it's like got a personal meaning or if it's just like they respect the art of it.
And it's so respected in the industry because when a movie achieves that, there's been hoopla. It's cause for celebration.
Yeah, so like Anora, which was Best Picture last year, got released on the Criterion Collection. And Wes Anderson, who is like, one of the most he's one of the modern auteur masterminds. All of his movies have been released on the Criterion Collection for home release.
And I've not seen all of them. I know there's a few I've missed, but the ones that I have seen, I love. Who did like the Fabulous Mr. Fox?
That was Wes Anderson.
Loved it.
Yeah.
So many good movies. Now, who did the Budapest Hotel?
Also Wes Anderson.
Loved.
Yeah.
Loved it. I can't name all of them, but the ones that I have seen, they are spectacular.
Yeah, so it's Rushmore, which is great. Bill Murray and Jason Schwartzman classic about a private school student and the headmaster of the school like basically fighting for the love of one of the teachers at the private school, and it's just like classic Wes Anderson. It was his first feature. It's so good. No, sorry, I'm wrong. His first feature was Bottle Rocket with Owen Wilson and his brother Luke Wilson. That's another great movie, also on the Criterion Collection, and that one is about.
Hello, man. Hello, Walter.
Have you seen Bottle Rocket, Ransom, with Owen Wilson and Luke
I
Wilson?
read about Bottle Rocket, but I have not seen it.
It's about like these minor like criminals that are just bumbling idiots, and it's really funny. And then The Royal Tenenbaums was made third. That was his third film. And that's like a pretty critically acclaimed one.
Guardians. This is another Alone in the Dark.
You can delete that one. You won't need it anymore.
Oh my gosh. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure you just get rid of it.
I do not want to face another one right now. Okay, where was that? Where was it? Over here.
So those quests will infinitely you can infinitely do them, like XP and like weapons and stuff. But yeah, if you don't, I don't think you need to do anymore. Though.
So I should have something I can click off. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
what's this saying?
Go down to the Pale Heart and go to the last thing on your map, because we've got the last one to do now. The last circle on the map.
Oh, the last circle.
Yeah.
So I'm here, and it says, who do I need to see? The ghost out front?
No, so go into your map and look at the white circle that we've been doing before. Every time.
Oh, so I need to do this? Paranormal
Yeah.
activity?
Yeah, that's the last thing we need to do. Just do that one.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's go to the blooming. Let's go to the blooming. Lance, how are you, buddy? Walter, welcome back. I've just been chatting with a few fellow Guardians about some really interesting subjects. And we're playing the game of Destiny. The mysteries are afoot, and we are currently inside the Pale Heart, where I am finishing up some quests with Zatu, who we learned earlier in the broadcast is basically Superman.
Not quite.
All right, I'm following the diamond, right?
Yeah. The only one that's Superman here is you, Ransom. Sure. You're using Thunder Crash and all, aren't you?
You know, when I was listening to Holden call out the numbers about triumphs and all of that, and listening at how great you guys, the achievements that you've been able to make inside this game, I really do just consider myself your basic everyday gamer. I definitely consider myself an everyday gamer.
No, you should not undersell yourself. You've you've soloed 2 Grandmasters and more, right? You've done 3? How many?
Not that I'm keeping track, but
No, and honestly, Ransom, that's the amount of solo GMs that I've completed.
I think I've done 2 or 3 myself, so don't roll yourself.
So like, you're far above average Destiny gamers.
I personally don't really like doing solo GMs, really that much. I prefer doing like solo dungeons or raids.
I much prefer the less punishing environments.
Well, thank you, but I definitely just, look at it and think I'm probably the prototypical average Destiny gamer that happens to spend a little bit more time than what the average Destiny gamer is. And if Havoc were around, he'd be the first to say, "There's a word for that. There's a word for that." And I did title one of my broadcasts a while back, and now I can't remember what it was. where you don't believe that you are that thing or that you fit in.
Imposter syndrome.
Yes, yes.
If you have imposter syndrome about Destiny Ransom, it is unfounded.
Oh, thank you, Holden. All right, do I
I
need to
think you
commit to
actually
this stuff again?
This
I
will be
think
the
you have
last
more
one you need to
hours
do.
than I do. I think you've been playing it like you probably have more hours than I do for consistency's sake. So you have 11,600 hours of activity time.
And that
I don't
doesn't,
think
it's
I'm
not
there
really
yet.
my full total because, wait a minute, I
Right.
see the red one. Where's the other one at?
So with your
But let's
main-
call it your full total because it's still more than mine.
Oh my gosh, I've got a minute 31. I need to jump.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the location to stand, because this one can be kind of annoying to do.
Do I stand up here?
I'm not sure. Let me figure out where you should be standing, so you can hit both of them.
Yeah, I'm at 11,528 hours. So you got 72 hours of activity time on me.
Ooh, Holden, you're close on me.
Well, you had
Now,
like
Guardians, I will confess this. When I got access to the Grandmaster report, Holden was, and I couldn't believe this, Holden was like maybe 6 or 7 Grandmasters ahead of me. And, in my mind, I whispered to myself, you've got to do a few more of these because Holden is going to pull ahead too far for me to catch him. 30 seconds. I see the red one. Where's the blue one?
Don't worry, we'll get your timer back up in it. You need to stand this. So we need to stand in the exact spot because they're really like
But Holden, I have not looked at it. I've not looked at it recently to know if I was able to catch up with you or not.
I think you grind Grandmasters a lot more than I do, so let's see.
So I need to come up there, is that too?
yeah. So commune with that circle down there, then come up here. So you'll need a timer again. So make sure you go.
All right, I
commune
got the
with it.
timer. I've got a minute 41.
Alright, so you want to stand around here, because you can hit that one down there to your left and other one straight ahead.
To my left. Where's it at? I'm not seeing it.
Down bottom left. You see where I'm shooting?
Okay, I see it. I see it.
See that one down there? Hit
Yeah.
that.
Oh, wait a minute. That was the wrong one. The red one's over there. Let me get the red one first.
There you go. Remember, GT's avoid the weapon. There you go.
Yay, that got it. That got it, Guardian. Victory.
Alright, so one thing I'll say, so go and grab that Triumph, and once you've done that, read the war tab of the ship.
All right, let's take a look. Guardians, I get the ship. Do I have a space for it? Do I have a space? Let me just clear out something. Ooh, what am I gonna delete? I guess Nix, Kirtan, Nix. I don't know. That's going. That's going. All right, now let me check that off. Under Triumphs. Pale Heart. Let's go over to World. Let's go down to Secrets. And Guardians, let's claim the first knife. It has been clicked. It has been clicked. Pale Heart Pathfinder Triumph completed. Now let's go take a look at the ghost or at the ship.
Yeah, so
This is it, Guardians. The first knife. Let's take a look at it. This is the first knife. Exotic ship.
Keep a keen eye.
I
Your
feel
finger
like,
on
you
the
know,
trigger,
this definitely
hero.
was a step back. Who designed it? We need to know. Now, let's see, how do I get to the part about...
So press L1.
Oh, here it is. Is this suitable for me to read on the air? Is it suitable?
Yeah.
Guardians, this is the first night. We are the first night. When I first encountered the witness, I heard it proclaimed to me, we are the first night. Mara's words are as thin as her hopes. She looks hollow under the helm's emergency lighting. Hunched over a console, watching an ascending red line on a ground. Something about the line's inevitable upward climb that triggered her memory. They have to follow the witness into the traveler, and soon. It was as if that title held power, meaning. Mara says that the line ticks up again. She leans away from the console, turning to look at Ikora, who stands staring intently at the portal. She feels the same uptick in energy coming from it. Ikora nods, watching Mara's reflection. The apocryphal text we dug up on the moon, the ones Eris translated, mentioned the knife as a concept. Mara comes to stand beside Ikora, and even if we consider that unveiled text as dogmatic propaganda, there may be truth behind the allegory. Speak English, Mara. Speak English. She agrees, remembering the text and the translations Eris made of them. The knife becomes the metaphor of a concept, a power. A knife that winnows, cutting things into a defined shape. A power that winnowed living beings into taken. Ikora turns to face Mara, searching the awoken queen's eyes. A power Oryx wielded. Her emphasis on that last word makes her point, and Mara picks up on it. You're wondering if the knife is a title or a power. Mara deciphers Ikora's steely countenance. Did Oryx wield the power of the witness like a knife? I think so, Guardians. I think so. Ikora shifts her gaze back to the portal. The witness is a manipulator. It distorts the truth to bend the wheels of its supplicants. The allegorical fantasy told to us by the witness paints itself as a monolithic cosmic force. But perhaps that's a shadow cast by the truth. Mara watches Ikora, sensing her ease a little. This idea has tempered Ikora's earlier anxieties over the future. This conversation has tempered her own, after all. Even though her brother feels distant and faint, in the moment he is out of her mind. A knife is a tool wielded by another's hand, Mara offers. If the witness is the knife, as it asserts, then what wields it? Ikora asks the traveler, though it does not reply. The words are meant for Mara's ears too. The witness is not a being, she agrees. It is the culmination of a bleak ethos willed into existence by the nihilistic desires of its creators. Is their will the hand on the knife, or is there something else? Ikora's fingers slip from the corners of revelation, and her thoughts plummet into more immediate worries and doubts. Mara sees her fall and lets herself tumble into the same precipice, joining her in worry. I don't know. Guardians, a lot was said. And the content of it all, boiled down into one sip, is there's somebody else out there. Basically, the witness was a tool. He was a tool. Tool. And, that means he was just wielded by another's hand. And is it the winnower? Are we ultimately at the end of this multi-year saga with the 9? Will someone reveal themselves that is far more powerful than anyone we have ever met in this game? We gotta follow the trail to where it leads us. That's what we do. We're guardians. Ultimately, our goal is to make sure that the last city is safe and that our citizens can once again step outside the boundaries of the wall, wander free, and have a picnic wherever they choose. We're guardians. We do more than wield the light. That was good. That was good, Zatu. I love the fact that we now know there's something else out there.